It was the last day of high school. My school organized a party where every senior would come to school dressed up in a costume, and we would have fun and play games and eat barbecue and stuff. By the way, I went dressed up as L from Death Note. But aside from these festive things, it was also a party where a lot of the seniors would pull pranks. So we were sitting in the central hall, when suddenly one of my classmates grabbed his bag and pulled out a muffin. And he was like, "Hey Quentin, do you want a muffin?" And I was like, "What did you do to it?" Because I had thought he had put something gross in it. And he was like, "It's slightly spicy." So I was like, you know, I can't always deal with spicy. I am great at dealing with spicy food. So I took it and I took a bite. Huh! It was incredibly spicy. Apparently he had mixed the third hottest pepper in the world into the dough of the cupcakes. And in his bag there were 25 of those. And he was like, "I'm gonna put them down on the snack table over there and place this sign with free muffins aside from it. And then everyone that wants one will eat one and it will be super hot." So we thought that was the most hilarious prank ever. So we watched as he put them on the table. But you know, kindly enough, he also placed some free packs of milk next to it so people could neutralize the spiciness. And we stepped away from the table and just looked. And this girl and her friends came by and she was like, "Oh, a muffin, I'm gonna take one." And she just walked away and stood over there talking to her friends. So she stood there with a muffin like this. Yeah, talking. Yeah, talking. Yeah, talking. So we were constantly like, eat it. And then she took a bite and we saw her standing there like, yeah. We couldn't hear what she said because she was too far away. But we read her lips and she said, "It's kind of hot." And that was awesome. So we were like, we need to get more people to eat these. So we walked through the entire school and we ran into one of our teachers. So that guy from my class was like, "Hey, sir, do you want a muffin?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure, if you have a spare one, of course." So he took it and he jokingly said to him, "Let me just look you into the eyes to know that you didn't put anything weird in there." So we all stood there like, "Yeah, So he took the muffin and took a bite and he was like, he got so ridiculously angry. Also, I'd like to add that that guy was like 2 meters tall. Like, I'm already kind of tall, but he was like way taller. And he was there like super angry, like, "And you're making me eat a spicy cupcake!" And we were like, "Whoa!" But I stood there with a smile because I thought it was funny. I stood there like, and he was like, "And you're here smiling, but did you eat one of these yourself?" And I was like, "Yes." And he was like, "Oh, but did you thought that was a funny prank?" And I was like, "Yes," because I really thought it was a funny prank. And he was like, oh, but, well, I don't." And he threw away all of the spare cupcakes we had placed on the table. But the guy in my class still had a lot of them in his backpack, so they weren't all gone. So afterwards, we just returned to the party and were walking around the square of the school outside. And like in the distance, he was walking too, and he was looking like... And the guy in my class that actually made the cupcakes was there like... So yeah, later I've realized it may not have been the smartest prank to pull on everybody, because I didn't realize that there are some people that have like very edgy bowels that can't really process anything spicy. But in the end he forgave us and, you know, we all graduated, so it turned out alright. Hey everybody, LightFeather here. Thank you so much for watching this new Storytime video. Please let me know down below in the comments, what is the craziest prank you've ever pulled? And if you're new here, I would love to have you subscribe to this channel. I post something to get to know each other a little bit better on Saturday, and on Wednesday I post comedy sketches or cinematics or a combination between the two. All of that to let people know that it's awesome and okay to be yourself and to be unique, and you shouldn't let anyone change who you are because you are perfect the way you are. So if you agree, you can of course subscribe. But above all, I really hope you like this video. And like I always say, just be unique, you're awesome the way you are.